I was down at the border. I was down at the Tucson sector. I was at 2 sites there talking with our Customs and Border Patrol. They are understaffed and overwhelmed. And most people don't really understand, other than what they're seeing in the news. It was important for me to go down there and actually talk to the people on the front line, our men and women in law enforcement and our Customs and Border. And what I know after talking with them, they need more resources for staffing. We need to ensure that they have the tools and technology to address the drug trafficking that's coming across the border, the weapons trafficking that's going the other way, money laundering, human trafficking. They want to be able to focus on that. And we need to address the immigration, the long lines of immigration that we have. We have to update, right, our policy when it comes to our immigration. And part of that was in the bipartisan legislation that I support. It addresses the needs for our law enforcement that are overwhelmed and understaffed, gives them the tools and the new technology, funds that. And it also puts in place an orderly process to address the immigration issue. And that's why to me, this is the answer based on what I was seeing and hearing at the border, and was so pleased that there's this bipartisan legislation to actually address those needs. Unfortunately, it's not moving forward because any Republicans that wanted to support it, Donald Trump came out and said, don't do it. I don't want to give the current president a win, so he's playing politics with it instead of focus on what the needs are from our law enforcement. Listen, my colleagues go to the floor and talk about needing to do something at the border. Right. I went to the border and heard from law enforcement we need to do something and promised them that we would. This is the legislation to do it. So if my Republican colleagues who have been claiming that they want to do something at the border refuse to even do this, what does that say to those people at the border? That you'd rather play politics with this so that you can give a win to Donald Trump and not really address what we're seeing at the border? And that's the concern, because too many of those men and women at the border, they're putting their lives on the line, they're working hard, they want to be able to address all of these issues that I've just talked about, and they're overwhelmed and understaffed. We should be looking out for their interests and what's happening at the border. And let me just say this, there's this idea that we can't secure and protect our border and put more resources into the border, but that we can only do that, but we can't do something with a broken immigration system. We can do both. And I've been saying this all along. It is time to do both. We can fix a broken immigration system. We can address dreamers in my state, TBS recipients, right? So many individuals who have been in our community working hard and want a work permit and be able to work. We can do that, and we can secure our border at the same time. They're not mutually exclusive.
Well, I think that's a travesty. Obviously the system is broken. We need to fix it. We need to sit down in a bipartisan way. This was a great start on the Senate side. They voted it out with extreme members of both parties. And before we could even hear it, Donald Trump says, oh no, don't do that. It might help Biden. Oh no, don't fix the border. It might help Democrats. And so the speaker said he wasn't going to even bring it up for a vote. I think if you did bring it up for a vote, there's a possibility it could pass, because some reasonable Republicans or some who aren't coming back might say, yeah, we need to get this done, and we certainly do.